What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of 2 a.m. in Sweden, aka Rolling with Hayes, aka Vibing with Hayes. You already know the deal. You already know the vibes. In this episode, we're going to go over a lot of things when it comes to NBA All Star Game, NBA All Star Weekend, and kind of the different events, breaking it down. So, I have a lot of thoughts when it comes to this because, what is this? Oh, Rising Stars. I have a lot of thoughts when it comes to this for multiple different reasons. Because that dunk contest, and we'll get into it, the dunk contest is one of those events that I have thoughts, feelings, and it's gone downhill. We'll kind of start with Friday. Again, if I butcher your name, I apologize that it's not the case for any of this. But going into it, so Friday we do have the Rising Stars. So what they have for this year is the NBA All-Star game is going to have 3 teams, so the players, and the 4th team is going to be from the winner of the Rising Stars. So the coaches for the Rising Stars is Chris Mullen, Team Chris, Mitch Richmond, Team Mitch, Tim Hardaway Sr., Team Tim, and then I don't know who the last one is. It just says Team Jeremy. Oh, what the heck? And Jeremy Lin will lead the team of 7 players representing the G League. Okay, that's interesting. They also found a way to end up getting Mac McClung in it. But for Chris Mullen's team, you have Stephon Castle, Ryan Dunn, Zach Edey, Keontae George, Trace Jackson Davis, Don Connect, and Jalen Wells. Man, shout out to Don Connect because this man got traded. Mitch Richmond, you have Tamani Kamara, Bub Carrington, Bilal Kolabali, Scoot Henderson, Eves Massey, Amen Thompson, Asura Thompson, and then Team Tim, you have Anthony Black, Tristan De Silva, Grady Dick, Jaime Jaquez, Zachary Rasacher, Alex Sarr, Carson Wallace, Team Jeremy, which is a G League team, JD Davison, Mac McClung, Bryson McGowan's, Leonard Miller, Dink Pate, Reed Shepard. Okay, Reed Shepard's there. Kudos. You got to give your kudos to Reed Shepard and Pat Spencer. Uh, Numerous different things. Let me see if I can find him. The first thing that I'm going to bring up, Minna, and I should know his name because I loved watching him in college when he was at Kentucky guard. Let's see if that comes up, if that enough information for me. It is enough information. Rob Dillingham. That's who it is. So I don't see Rob Dillingham on here, but I do see Reed Shepard. You also don't see Victor Wembanyama. He was not going to be there because he's an all-star, so he's not going into this challenge. I guess it'll be good, but I want to see how Sunday is with the games. I curious what they'll end up doing when it comes to what team. I'm just like throwing a dart into the dark sky on this, but if I had to say anyone, let's just say Team Mitch. If anything, going into don't want to talk about that contest yet because that's going to blow me a lot. I will go into the skills challenge. So that's the first one. They always try and switch things up a lot. So you have Team Cavs, Team Rooks, Team Spurs, Team Warriors. So Team Warriors are not winning. Team Warriors are Draymond Green and Moses Moody, and they're not winning. Team Spurs, you have Chris Paul and Victor Wembanyama. Of course, they love to see that. So that'll be good to end up seeing. Team Cavs, you have Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley. That's not bad. They're solid. First place team, too. So they might have the most-ish chemistry. I will say this might come down to Team Cavs and Team Spurs because you do have 2 decently solid guards. Team Rooks, you do have like the first and second pick. So you have Zachary and then you have Alex Sarr. I don't see that. So I do see it just coming down to Team Cavs and Team Spurs, if anything, for that one. Will I tune into it? I'm not really sure. I don't really know. Probably not. But it'll be cool to just see that happening. Going into the 3-point contest is the one to kind of look at. Let's see if this will end up just helping some of you all out with this. I don't even know if I can. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if this works. All right. So this is, you guys can see this with me now too. So for 3-point contest, we have Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Buddy Hield, Cam Johnson, Damian Lillard, Norman Powell. I would say a good event. This is always, I love seeing this one. Just going off the bat, ones that I do know that are solid sharpshooters. Damian Lillard, he's always going to come out and turn out. Cam Johnson's really good at hitting 3-pointers. Buddy Hield's really good at hitting 3-pointers. Of course, every year you're going to choose Damian Lillard because if he can catch lightning in a bottle every single time, he's going to end up doing it. Jalen Brunson is a solid 3-point shooter, and he's come a long way. Only I don't see Norman Powell winning. I don't really see Tyler Hero winning. I don't think this is Cade Cunningham's year to win it. So I'm looking at Brunson, Garland, Hield. Johnson's there, so he's a dark horse, and then Lillard. Pay attention to Damian Lillard because he loves to show out for this event. Going out on a random whim, I could see it being maybe like, I don't know, Damian Lillard. I don't know, I could see Damian Lillard and Brunson for the end. So that's that. And now we'll get into my annoyingly controversial one that I have so many thoughts on this before we even get into the NBA All-Star game. The amount of thoughts that I have when it comes to this dunk contest, Matas Buzelis, I don't know who that is. I guess we're all going to find out at the event itself. Stephon Castle, okay. I've seen you do a couple bangers, so cool. Andre Jackson, I put this out on Twitter and they were like, Andre Jackson got bounced, so I do want to see this bounce that he does end up having. Mac McClung, he's already been winning. He's basically, they're trying to make him the savior for this dunk contest. That's why they keep trying to figure out ways to keep him in it. And he's also making his paycheck by it. I really don't know what the hell is going to happen in this game, but good luck. Because I'm hoping y'all can bring back this game the way it used to end up being. If y'all can do this, y'all are real ones for that. So that's my only thoughts when it comes to the NBA dunk contest. And then we'll kind of go to my final event that I do want to talk about on this show. And that is this. Okay. So number one, you have Team Chuck, Team Kenny, Team Shaq. Of course, if you remember, if I'm going the right way, one of these 4 teams will end up being here with these 3, so it's going to be 4. So it's going to be shorter games. They're trying to see if this will end up increasing the competition of it. I don't really know if it'll do it. They keep trying different formats. They might end up just going back to the regular one after this. But Team Chuck, you have Giannis Antetokounmpo, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Donovan Mitchell, Alperen Sengun, Pascal Siakam, Karl Anthony Towns, Victor Wembanyama, aka Team of Bigs with 2 guards. Team Kenny, you have Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Jaren Jackson Jr., Evan Mobley, Jalen Williams. Not scared of that team at all. Team Shaq, you have Jaylen Brown, Stephen Curry, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, James Harden, LeBron James, Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum. That's your team right there. I could see it being Team Chuck versus Team Shaq, and then they talking the most shit throughout the whole game. But I really feel as though Team Shaq might have the edge. The amount of stars you have over there, you really have it as, and I mentioned this before, Team Shaq's team is the team that a lot of people my age saw. Like growing up, that was the team that a lot of people got themselves. I mean, those are the players that a lot of people grew up on. You had the Jordans. You had the Jordans at a point. Then you had the LeBrons. You probably had KDs at some point in life. You had the Currys, maybe if you did that. Dame Dollar had his stuff, and then JT had his. So I could see that. I really think it's going to be Team Chuck against Team Shaq. Team Chuck will probably give them a run for their money because they have bigs. Because Team Shaq doesn't necessarily have the bigs to compete, but like LeBron, AD, and Tatum will have to end up sticking with some of the bigger guys. Shai's going to come out and turn out because, they have the number 1 seeds right now. So he wants to prove why they have that. Karl Anthony Towns is just happy to be there. Wemby's going to be the one that they want to see. They're going to be excited to see Wemby because nobody in this whole thing can end up guarding Wemby. So that's really my end-up thoughts on it. I, for the sake of the NBA, hope that this can end up going well, or you can find something in it. And I say this because the Pro Bowl's fallen off so much. They really just need to give up the Pro Bowl because nobody cares for that event anymore. Whereas All-Star Game, it used to be the thing that everyone wanted to see, but it just became so high scoring. And it wasn't necessarily people trying to end up participate or get injured. And some people end up resting. So I'm hoping that ends up going well. I will be watching it more than likely, at least tuning into some of it. But that's all we got over here. I appreciate you guys as always for listening. Hopefully this information did end up helping. Until next time, we out.